Good afternoon. It's SmallBizDavid, and welcome. It is April 15th, and guess what that means. I'm sure I don't have to tell you what it means, but once a year we come upon that fateful day when we must either file our taxes for the previous tax year or we must ask the government if we can get an extension to our filing of our tax return. I've been really good about it the last 4 years. I think it's been that I have not gotten an extension. I have filed on time. I might not be. It might be 3 years. Well, whatever it is, it is, and it's a day where we all really do reflect about what we pay, what is our fair share, if it in fact is a fair share of taxes to the government, so our country can operate, so our government can operate. I got an email this morning from a friend of mine, Bulldog, Eric Dieters. He's an attorney friend of mine, and he does a daily newsletter, and he does an outstanding daily newsletter. Eric, although he is one of the finest attorneys that I have ever met, if I ever needed an attorney with his expertise, there is no question in my mind that I would hire him. He does have a wide area of expertise, but he has certain areas that he is well known, particularly in the Cincinnati area. But his reputation is growing outside of Cincinnati. At any rate, Eric sends out a newsletter. Bulldog sends out a newsletter that I read every day because it has good information, always. Something for me to think about, always. Today he reminded us, didn't really know that it's the 100th anniversary of the government collecting income taxes. It started in 1913. And very appropriately, I didn't even know this morning or last week when I had set up. Today, even if you have filed your tax returns, or if you haven't, I highly recommend that you hang out with SmallBizDavid. It'll be about 2.5 hours from now, where my guest, my honored guest, in my first official public Google Hangout on Air, Google Plus Hangout on Air, we are very honored to have with us today Barbara Weltman. I have been following Barbara for 5 years, and there is no other individual that I know that practices small business collaboration like Barbara does. She is an attorney in New York, but is actually recognized by the New York Times, by the Washington Post, by many other sources as America's #1 small business tax expert. And Barbara is going to share with us today at 4 o'clock Eastern Standard Time some information about what she actually saw and heard and read 2012 taxes. But more importantly, she is going to share with us firsthand her most important thoughts in her book, Small Business Taxes 2013. This is the 15th year that Barbara has collaborated with J.K. Lasser in publishing this book. Absolutely one of my favorite books that I buy every year in November. prior to the year on the book. It's the soonest that it comes out because I know there's going to be great information. And actually, my favorite way to read her book is just to open it up and pick any page, any of the 608 pages in this book, 618 pages, and read an alert, see an actual tax form with it filled in, anecdotes from Barbara, questions from Barbara, case studies from Barbara. I have yet to find any page that I can just open up and find and learn something new. And there aren't too many books that you can really make that statement. This particular book, just 2 weeks ago, was recognized as the best small business book for 2013 in its category, which is, I guess, maybe finances, small business finances. And I forget the name of the group, businesstechnology.com, biztech.com. Don't remember exactly the organization that recognized the book, but it was a voting process where you and I had the opportunity to vote for the best books, and there were about 200 books listed. Small Business Trends, smallbiztrends.com, that's what it was. There are about 200 books listed in maybe a dozen different categories, and this book, once again, was recognized as the outstanding small business book in this category. Also, Barbara is going to share with us some of the most important ideas from another book that she has written, Idiot's Guide to Starting a Home-Based Business. If you follow me, you know that we have a couple major themes. Small business collaboration certainly is the foundation upon which we build everything else. But we encourage the starting of new businesses, and that may start with a single cash flowing landing page, of which we have about 500 of them in the David's Bara community right now. That's where a business can get started very simply, very efficiently. Actually, Barbara is going to see today a landing page that I created, and it will be the beginning of even Barbara realizing some cash flow in our community. davidsbara.com/Barbara-Weltman, W-E-L-T-M-A-N. So I encourage you to attend our Google Hangout on air today at 4 o'clock. You have to have Google Plus as an application, and you have to figure out how to become a follower of mine in Google Plus to actually get on the Hangout Live, where you'll be able to ask questions of Barbara. There's no better person in this country, other than maybe your CPA, your accountant, certified public accountant, your accountant, your bookkeeper, who knows your situation personally, to ask good questions. But conceptual, big picture questions, no better person in this country to ask about small business taxes than Barbara Weltman. So you'll have that opportunity this afternoon. If you miss it, and millions of you will miss it, I encourage you to see the YouTube recording of today's live Google Plus Hangout on Air. 4 o'clock today, Eastern Standard Time. We'll see you then.